Press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
With the release of the Iron Man with Robert Downey Jr. in 2008, Marvel Cinematic Universe was born. And the first Iron Man movie will always be looked back as the start of something great. But why did MCU choose to start with the Iron Man? Given that Iron Man was a B-list superhero at the time, and that too with Robert Downey Jr., which was a huge risk because he was basically uninsurable. He had too much history with drug abuse, and he even said in court to the judge, "It's like I've got a shotgun in my mouth with my finger on the trigger, and I like the taste of the gunmetal." So why did they gamble by launching MCU with Iron Man? In the 1990s, Marvel was having a bad time financially, so they sold the rights of their top properties, namely the X-Men, Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, Punisher, Ghost Rider and Daredevil. So they were left with Iron Man, Hulk, Captain America and Thor. Hulk was a more familiar character, but the performance of the Hulk movie in 2003 was not motivating. Then they could have started with Captain America. But maybe after Hulk, studios wanted to attract the audience towards the character rather than his powers. So they wanted to start with a character who could be more human and not always protected by his superhuman power. And by Iron Man, they introduced the technology aspect in superhero movies in a more grounded way, which audience could digest easily. And with this point, starting with Thor was out of the question. So they went ahead with an untested property, Iron Man. The key to Iron Man's success was his director, who adjusted the character a bit. Rather than being a soulless playboy from the comics, he turned him into a sarcastic playboy. But also, Marvel was desperate to make money and wanted their first movie to be profitable. So they wanted to start with a character who could have the coolest toys. Because the studios knew that aside movie revenue, selling toys to kids would bring them profit. So Marvel brought together groups of children, showed them pictures of its superheroes, and described their abilities and weapons. Then they asked kids which one they would most likely to play with as a toy. The overwhelming answer to the surprise of many at Marvel was Iron Man. That's what brought Iron Man to the front of the line. So I think it was all well thought, and it worked really well for the studios, and also for Robert Downey Jr., who was looking for a comeback. So, which character do you think would have been best to kickstart the MCU if not Iron Man? Tell us in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel to never miss an update from us.